Hi everyone, it's Michelle here from Stamp with Michelle Pepper. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Auckland in New Zealand. Thank you for joining me today for my class to go this week. I am playing with the stamp set called Painted Poppies and also the dies that kind of go with it called Poppy Moments dies, both of which are on the retired list, the last chance list. So they are heavily discounted and you have about 2 more weeks to grab the bargain. I have shown you on Monday a card that I made with the stamp set, which is quite a surprising card because it's a donut card. It's got nothing to do with poppies. But as you can see, if you can work it out, it is from this stamp image. So that shows a little bit of how versatile this stamp set can be. And on Tuesday, I have shown you this card. And so today in the class, we have 2 more card designs. And the card kits for this class will be available to you for free from me as a thank you gift when you purchase when you place an order of $40 or more with me this week by Friday 21st of April. Then I will be able to get these kits for this class, those 2 cards that I'm about to show you, sent out to you on Monday. So let's take a look at what we're making today. So when these stamp sets first came out, they were part of a mega suite which has 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets. So in my mind, these always go together. However, what we're doing for this class is we will be using this stamp set, we will be using this image and possibly these 2 as well, and then we are going to be using the dies from which is the Poppy Moments dies, and I've kept it together with the Peaceful Moments, but it actually when it first came out they were sold as a bundle. You can buy them as a bundle. You could buy them as a bundle when they first came out, so I have tended to store them together. However, so for this class we will be using these 2 dies. Alright, so and let's have a look at the first card that we are going to be making. I'm just going to put this on the side. So this is the card that I want to show you how to make. It is inspired by Stampin' Up artisan Michaela Titheridge. I think that's how you say her name. I just love the black and the red. It's like really dramatic. It's like, you know, like the Don Quixote type kind of vibe. So anyway, so I decided that we can do this in our class. So the kit will come to you like so, and you will have now you will get this strip of black, and then what you need to do is cut these into little thin strips like that. So let's see, I'm just going to quickly do it here. I've done 2 initially. I won't be cutting these for you because it's easy enough. You can do this, but I'll give you the strip of black. Alright, so all you need to do is cut 3 strips for the stems, and you'll probably have quite a lot of excess for this. And then we have that white cardstock. It might not be this size, but all it is for you to put the sentiment, to stamp the sentiment on it. And I'll have these 3 pre-cut for you. So from the die sets that I showed you before. So you will layer these the outline and the solid part together. So those 3. And then you'll have a basic grey matte layer, which is also what we're going to be stamping on, and then the insert for the card. Alright, so let's get to it. What should we do first? I think what we'll do is we'll do this first so that it kind of have enough time to dry. So let me just bring this here. And because of the limited space that I have here, I might just have to turn it around and do it this way. Alright, so we've got this basic grey. We're going to start with that, and we're going to be using the, I think I'll use that one. They're both the same. I've just got a few. Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I think every crafter should have a black ink because it's kind of like the essential. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to drag, okay, you're just going to drag the ink pad across, and depending on how juicy your pad is, yeah, you might just need to experiment. Say you might just need to experiment like this. Okay, you can see how mine's not overly wet, so in that regard I think it's better than a very wet juicy ink pad because you have more control, you can add more, whereas it's a bit hard to take them off. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just dragging this, okay, to create that look, that sort of look right here. And then I might just do more on the sides. Oops. Right, so how are we doing? Now I like this look as it is. It's just another way of creating texture and creating interest, right, and for your cards. But I think, as I see it, just created such a dramatic look. Now at this point, we could use our Wink of Stella as well, and just kind of flick some sparkly things on it. Alright, let's have a look and just squeeze a little bit out. Okay. Yep, I guess you can go as crazy as you like, but I think I'm happy with that. So if I bring this up closer, you might be able to see the shimmer. Let's see, have a look at this. Here you go, you can see this quite a lot. Maybe I just went a bit overboard with that one. Let's have a look, see if I can get some big splatter. Alright, okay, that's good. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside and let it kind of have a little bit of time to set while I deal with these flowers. So maybe now if I just move this out of the way because it's kind of a little bit distracting. Oh, and we don't need that one. Actually, we should use that because that will just protect our surface. So that's a silicone mat, and if you get glue on that, that's fine. It won't, it will just roll off. Now, as you can see, these are very delicate, and you can use the fine tip glue pen, but I'm happy to use my multi-purpose glue, which is that green liquid glue. So I just put a little dab. Right, just our glue. This glue is so amazing. It's just so strong. I don't think you need a lot at all. Okay, just that little tiny bit is enough. Yeah, and also if you use too much, I guess you'll just get very sticky finger very quickly. Okay, so that's enough in my opinion. And then if I just layer this. So you don't have to be precise with this. Yep, so you can see I haven't been absolutely precise with that, right? I'm just going to do that. So now we repeat it. Oops, come on out. Am I still in frame? Just checking the video. Right. Okay. Now, let's have a look. This one. Right, so that's the second piece. So I have these outer detail layer that was cut in cherry cobbler, and then the poppy, the solid part, is real red. Okay. Alright, and then it was our third one. Okay, so in fact, if it is not exactly precise, it's better because it creates that nature look, which is never totally symmetrical and totally perfect, which is so great about it, isn't it? Alright, and so now with this we can pretty much layer onto here. Let me just burnish that. I know I have folded it for you, but if you burnish it, and yep, that's all good. And so this I can now just layer it straight onto that. I might just do a squiggly there as well. Great. So got that. And then now we're just going to positioning these. Now I have done that, so you can obviously decide to change things. Let's see, maybe I can do that just to show you. Don't be afraid to just kind of move things around a little bit. Okay, so there's no reason why we can't do something like that, or because that's what I've done, but there's no reason why we need to do the same. Right, so because that could look just as well. Let's have a look. That means that's going here. And then, oh, I'm just going to make sure that I actually do like the look. Right. So we're just kind of maintaining some height. Right. So there's no reason why you can't do something like so, if you prefer. Right, and then when you do your stamping, you could probably put your wording down at the bottom. What do you think? Should we do, let's see, more height, less height here. Right, maybe I'll just do that. Okay, so just trying to work out where is my, oh, what have I done? Oh, this is silly. So just looking for my dimensionals. Right, let's go for this. I want dimensional 1, 2, 3, possibly 4. Right. I don't think you can really go wrong with these. I put it on an angle. Right, then so then that just needs to be a thin layer. Come on, glue. Just a thin, oh, I don't need it all the way down. Oops, probably should have my mat under so I don't get sticky surface all over. Right, so there's one. Let's have a look. And then that one can possibly be here. Yep. 1, 2. Maybe I don't need 4. Let's have a look. Just go with that. And then that will go under there. Radio. So it's just a matter of... Right, I probably should have done this first before I stuck it on. Oh well, there you go, now you know. Okay, 1. Because I need to trim that off, don't I? Right, so kind of that kind of look. And very skinny form. Alright, so I do need to chop that off. And it's a little bit and that is the main part of our card completed, just like that. Alright, so now we just need to stamp some words. Now Anzac Day is coming up, so this is cool. We have this, and I'm just going to use a sentiment out of here. So what I've done is thinking of you with all my heart. I don't know, could do always remember. Life is better with a friend like you. We could do it at the bottom there. Congratulations. I don't know. Happy birthday. Maybe I'll just stick with happy birthday, because that would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Happy birthday. So choices, right? Let's have a look. I'm going to have that, and I'm going to use my Memento ink, maybe that one. That one might be a little bit more juicy for stamping a sentiment on. Right, let's see. Let's pull these up a bit. Cool. Happy birthday. I could put it there, or I could just stamp it straight on here using heat a white emboss. So obviously if you don't have the item, then you will need to use the white piece of paper to add in a strip of sentiment. But if you have the just stamp that. Well, I'm thinking I might actually just stamp straight on here, but it seems so tiny. You know what, I'm just going to stick with. That seems quite little when I have such a big space here. So I think I will. I'll just stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan, which is thinking of you. Which is thinking of you. Where are we? Thinking of you. So I think it's kind of like a good one to remember people with as well. So I'm just going to use that. Let's go for goal. 2, 3. Right, thinking of you with all my heart. Right, so then I could just cut this off, and I could use scissors. If you prefer, you can obviously use a trimmer and get a straight cut. And so I can put it here. I think if I just put it there where I have, just seems like I have a lot of space here, so I might just change it and put it here. Right, so then all I need to do is, now you know what, and this is, I'm just showing you some creative process, right? So depending on whether you have the items, you could do something like this, just to add even more sparkles. If you want a ribbon type thing happening, you could do that as well. Or what about the mesh? What about the mesh as well? Which could look quite cute. When yeah, it's kind of like really fine. Maybe I'll do that. It's just because I can, right? Because we can do these. So what I might do is actually add that for you as well. Yeah, I might just give you a little bit of these, because that is also retiring, and that just kind of add a little bit more sparkle to the card. All right, so actually, no, I'm going to use that for the sentiment. I'm going to raise it up. I'm just going to put 3 there. Oh, what's that here? All right. 1, 2, 3. Get all of those out, and then I'm just going to stick it right on here. Maybe just to be sure, I will just add a little bit of. Okay, I'll just add a little bit of some sort of glue, and then that goes on here. Cool. So that's your card ready, and of course you can add that. You can glue that onto here, right, and have that on there. So that's card number 1. Alright, I'm just gonna get a move on, because I have taken up a little bit more time than I wanted to with messing around with using a different font. Alright, I want to get on to card number 2, which is this. Oh, how did that come here again? Right, so this is nice and simple as well. You get your, now false advertising. I was initially using the seam binding ribbon, and that I color it with the stamping blends, but I actually ran out of it, so I'm going to give you this ruffled ribbon instead. Alright, so you've got the 2 ruffled, and then the gems, which I haven't put in this pack, but I will in your pack when you get yours. Alright, so we need, first of all, to emboss this. So you can leave it plain or you can leave it embossed. So I will leave that up to you, so I won't emboss it for you. But I wanted to show you what can be done, which is that. Alright, I'm just kind of eyeballing and making sure it's a little bit, it's centered-ish. Right, why is this not moving? Why is this so hard? Okay, it's very sticky for some reason. Right, I think that's good. So I'm just going to run this through the cut and emboss machine. So I've got that. So that noise. And there we have. So pick them up. That's the stripes and splatter embossing folder. So now you get that kind of look, right? So you can see it on the inside as well. So it's kind of quite cool to have that texture. And then that's going to go, so that basic white layer, that's what you're going to stamp on. And then that's going to go on here and you're going to layer it like so. So let's do some stamping. And I am going to pull in a piece of paper. Right, I'm just going to do that. And we're going to have our stamp, which I have pre-mounted. So I'm going to have that, and we're going to do it in black. So the color here is, the red color is Poppy Parade. It's not real red, so it's slightly different to the one before. Now I choosing to go to, I'm going to go right in the middle, like so. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the sides. I just ink up the whole thing, even though I know I'm only using the sides here. Okay, there you go, we've got that. And then kind of, right, cool, happy with that. So I'm going to do it. I can see that I went a little bit higher there, so I'm just going to go all the way down by using my marker. This marker is running out of juice. Right, so there you go. So now you won't be able to tell. Right. So we're going to put that aside. Actually, what should we do on the inside? Might, while we've got things out, I might do the inside as well. Let's have a look at this one. I'm just wanting to experiment a little bit. That. Right, so maybe I'll just stick that one there. If we don't like it, we can turn it over. Cool. Just going to leave it as it is. Actually, now I'm going to use a splatter too. So it's fun when you're card making. You can just kind of experiment and do things. And I'm going to, yep, going to do it in the black. Do everything in the black. So I guess that's going to kind of like, that's the kind of look that's going to give. So just going to have that look on the outside. And if you wanted to, why don't we do the envelope as well? Because we can. Right. And I'm going to repeat the design. Cool. And then pretty much stamping is done. That one. Go to greetings is where I got that sentiment from. Just a note. Or we could do happy birthday perhaps. I think this one says happy birthday. Are you good at reading back to front upside down? Because I have people that ask me, how do you read that? I don't know, I'm just used to it. Pretty sure that says happy birthday. So I'm going to have that over there. I'm going to get rid of the, actually I've got a spare one here. Yes. I don't know how straight it is. Only thing with cling mount is sometimes it's not easy to see how straight you are stamping. Alright, so I'm just going to put Poppy Parade and making sure we are stamping it the right way. Nothing worse than having done all your stamping and then you stamp the words upside down. So always double check. Right, where are we? I'm just going to put them right about here. Okay, let's see how I do. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's fairly straight. Okay. So we're nearly done, aren't we? Now I just need to colour in that. Let me put those aside. And I love using my, what is this? This is light Poppy Parade, or do you want the dark Poppy Parade? Maybe we can use a bit of both. Right, let's have a look. So it's just colouring through. So I'm not doing, you know, like shading and all that sort of thing, because I want this to be quick. But feel free to do that yourself. And also, if you didn't like the Poppy Parade that I have provided, those cardstock, yeah, just use whatever cardstock you want, because you can have different colour poppies. You don't actually have to have red poppies, although red poppies are pretty standard, common. You know, I have planted some Hungarian blue poppy, and they're quite cool. And I think yellow poppy is quite common. So, yep, poppies do not have to be red. Can leave a bit of white showing if you wanted to. But yeah, this is the therapeutic part. I think I have decided to just do one colour. I'm just going to move it quickly. Oh, it's like a... I'm sorry you have to see me colour this. I probably should have pre-done this so that the video can go a bit quicker. Not that I want to hurry you along, okay? I just want it to be respectful of your time and not take too much of it, because I know we're all busy. We all have things to do. But I do love spending time with you, so I do appreciate you coming on and hanging out and crafting along if you're crafting along. So yeah. So I'm a little bit sad that this stamp set is retiring, and I have used it quite a bit over the few years that it has been made available for stampers. It's just such a pretty stamp set. Yeah, but I don't tend to use things that are retired because I don't do it for business, because it doesn't make sense to show you things that have already retired and you can't buy. Nothing worse than, oh, what have I done here? Nothing worse than having seen something demonstrate and then you ask, where can you buy it? And then you get told, sorry, you can't buy them anymore. I mean, that's just such a tease, isn't it? So, there we go. And that is what we'll do. And now what's the easiest way is probably get some tape. Where's the tape? Right, I'm just going to get 2 pieces, just being a bit generous. Okay. Thinking that I can't do it that way. I mean, you might not like the look of the ribbon, so you might not want to do that, but it is there for you if you want it. Ooh, this one seems quite long. If I use the wrong one, oh, maybe not. I'm being a bit generous there with the amount of ribbon I've given. Okay, but that's just to tape it down. Okay, and then that can go in here. I don't think that's going to be long enough to do a bow. What have I done here? Alright, you know what? I don't like the look of that. So I'm going to try and make sure hey, goodness me. Alright, just going to have to try and make sure I give you a big enough bow, big enough length, or what I might do is actually what I normally do, which is I tie a bow. I pre-tie a bow for you. Just like that. That might be easier, then I know that you're not going to get wrong. Not going to go wrong with it. So we can either put our bow like this, kind of just under there. Right, that's what it will do. So we need our glue dots. That would be the best. And I might just do 2, just because this is quite a biggish bow. Have I got a 2? And I'm just kind of going to put it under here. Then that one's just bowing out a little bit more than I like. So I'm just going to go and get one glue dot and place it under here so I can stick that ribbon down, okay, so that it's nice and flat. And then that now can go over there. I can just make that a little bit skinnier. Right, and then, so now that just needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that will do. Let's just grab all of these, just peel the stickers off. Then I'm going to put it here. And then some rhinestone to finish it off. Oh, let's just think where I can find my rhinestone. You will be given some, of course. So I'm just going to put in, I'll give it a 3. It's always a mission trying to work out where I want my, I think I'm happy with that. What do you think? But yeah, something like that. Okay, so that is card number 2. Let me just pull these out. So we've got card number 1 was the black, dramatic black one, which is that, and just feel free to experiment with how you want to do that. And then card number 2 is on those ones. And also just quickly, all week long I've been working on, I've been sharing about the cards that we've made with this stamp set and die set. So that was Monday's share, where I've turned that image, this image here, into a donut, and so you get a little Let's Celebrate. It's quite different look, but this is, I just wanted to show how versatile this stamp set can be. And this was the card being shared on Tuesday. Alright, so that's using the dies that are from the Poppy Moments die set. But the make and take card kits for this week is these 2 designs. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this class to go. And I'm looking forward to seeing you these kits so you can make these beautiful cards. See you next week.